Okay, welcome back everybody. MotoGP 21 video coming up. We're just going to change the difficulty. No, we're not. We're going to stick it actually. No, we are going to change it. Let's change it to 115. We did quite well in our last race, so let's change it. If you like this video, please press that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe. We did finish second. And don't forget the notification bell to get the videos as they drop off of my channel. So there's the confirmation that we did finish second. We were gifted that second, if everyone remembers. If you haven't watched the video, go back and watch it. McVie crashes on the last lap, which is unfortunate for him. So we have got the next race at Mugello circuit. Once we've done Mugello, we will also get our next engine part. So free practice one's going to be wet and the rest of it's going to be dry. But that's okay. I'm a big fan of the old Mugello circuit.
Hello and welcome to Mugello.
We'll see how we get on in the rain. This is our first rain session, or wet session.
Venues. Let's not waste any more time. The first free practice has already begun and we're about to see the first riders out on track. At the moment it's raining heavily over the circuit and to be honest, it doesn't look like the weather conditions are going to improve for the entire session.
Well, that isn't good. Whole session's going to be wet. So we've got the development tests, same as normal. What's this one? Score better than your teammate in both qualifying sessions and the race. Okay, we can live with that one. And then we got the standard track study, top speed, clean lap, time attack, and lap by lap. So we will just set up the bike with how we do it. As always, rear wheels slide in. And we change the acceleration, give us a more accelerating motorcycle.
And they'll probably try something new over the next few laps.
What are those two talking about? You're not even looking at me. Right, don't want to do that yet, do we? We want to check the ECU, so we're going to change that to 1 and 2. We're going to go for 2, seems it's wet track. Go power mapping 2, so we don't get as much power onto that rear wheel. Okay, so we shall save that, just in case we have another wet circuit. Let's get out and see how we get on for our first wet session.
A few last touch-ups to his suit and helmet and he's ready to go. And we've noticed the mechanics have really been active in the last few minutes. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Okay, so the wet session went okay-ish. We've got a bit of a dry setup. We have actually changed the setup. So I've got basic springs, vehicle geometry is basic. My transmission is different, so I've got a different transmission. Makes us a little bit more quicker in acceleration. Yeah, so it works with FP2. Obviously, this is the start of FP3. There you can see we've completed our objectives at the moment. We've just got one left. So that was free practice. Free practice went quite well. Obviously, with that extra setup, we managed to do a 1:58.9, which is a really quick lap for us. That came out of nowhere after changing that setup. Niccolo Antonetti in 11th, where is our other teammate Carlos Tatai 24th. So overall times, that was our combined one was a 1:59.5, but we're capable of a 1:58.9, which will easily see us on pole. And Niccolo Antonetti didn't make it through to Q1. Or, sorry, has to go through Q1.
At the circuit for second qualifying. The first riders are about to get out on track and battle it out for the top grid positions.
Did he make it through? Did our teammate make it through to Q2? Who knows? We're at 44 degrees, we've got 27 air, it's a clear track, and not much wind. Niccolo Antonetti did make it through, that's good. So Niccolo Antonetti's made it through to qualifying 2, so he will be out on track with us as well. So we will just load our setup that we made that gave us that magic 1:58.9. We'll see if we can replicate that for qualifying. So we got to score better than our teammates. Obviously, our teammate has made it through to Q2. So we shall see. We shall just change the tyres for a soft front and a medium rear. We did load our setup, so that's all sorted. What we will do is we shall check the ECU, because that is on 2, so we leave it on 2. So, here we go. At the minute we've done a 2-minute 0.0359. It's our quickest lap. We've only done 2 laps. Just gone in and put a fresh set of tyres on. Let's see how we get on our first flying lap. We go onto the brakes late for turn 1. Tip it in. This is what you've got the acceleration for. These windy corners. Oh, we're going to go a bit wide there. No, managed to pull it down. Pick up an early apex. Didn't really want to use as much curve as that, but oh well. A lot of red sectors from the other riders here. We've gone a red sector as well, which is good for us. Use the screen on our right. Oh, I nearly lost the back end. Lost a bit of time through that. That's wide. I'm not going to be able to get as much power through that corner as normal. We're still up by 0.2 on our sectors though. We have dropped down to 3rd on the old standings there as well. So we need a quicker lap. So we go down to the hairpin. Slightly off camber as you come down over the top of that crest. Nice line through there. Keep the speed through the corners. We're up by 0.4, that's good. Last corner. Oh, got back end drifting on braking there. Did not want that. That's going to cost us some time, I would have said, but then we get on the gas nice and early as well. Let's see what sort of a lap this is as we cross the line. To 59.3, that should do it. That should be enough for us to get pole, I would have said. They were nowhere near us for that time. It was enough to get us pole, so we're going to start from pole position at Mugello. Gotta love the Mugello circuit. As we get started for the race.
Hello to all you motorcycle race fans tuning in. Today's Moto3 race is being held in the hills of Tuscany, where the Italian Grand Prix is about to start. As you can tell from the footage we're broadcasting from the track, we're looking forward to great weather for the race. Moving now to the Moto3 class grid, where engineers and technicians are ironing out the last few details before the race starts.
Yes, they are, Gav. First thing we're going to do is we're going to load our setup. I think it keeps the setup, but I always like to load at the beginning just in case. And we're going to go for a medium front and a hard rear.
Not long to go now until.
Okay, so here we are. Power mapping 3. Get the power out of the start line. Lights go out. Where we go. All a bit of a wheelie. Too much of a wheelie. We're going to have to let go there. We've got Pedro Acosta behind us still. That's using that power mapping 3. We come up to the first corner, onto the brakes. Round the first corner. Onto the acceleration, into turn 2. Nicely done through there. That was a good line. We've definitely got better race pace than everyone else on this circuit, so we should be okay through here. As we're already starting to pull up a little bit of a gap into turn 4, and then the quick turn 5. Use the display screen on your right hand side. Past the sidey, seedy boots even. Oh, Pedro Acosta's crashed. That crash was Pedro Acosta then. John McVie's been promoted to 2nd. Was there a coming together from John McVie and Pedro Acosta? Who knows? Well, that was a bit. I was going to say that's a bad line through there. That's going to cost us some time. A lot of time, in fact. Oh, that's going to go wide through there as well. We've lost a lot of time to second place. John McVie in that sector got that all wrong. Oh, Gabriel Rodrigo. He must have just dive bombed John McVie. So we go round the chicane. John McVie's back up to second. We've got a 5-lap race. We nearly finished lap 1. We go round the last corner and out of the last corner early on the gas. Get on the acceleration nice and quickly. We're not going to use power mapping 3 for the straights. We shouldn't need it, I wouldn't have said. Looks like we're pulling away nicely. We come down to turn 1. We'll use the pole on the right hand side. It should brake as well. Onto the acceleration out of turn 1, coming up to turn 2. Michelin sign on your right hand side, your braking marker. Or else you just let go of the brake, let go of the acceleration a little bit. Oh, John McVie must have gone down. Kaito Taylor's up to second place. 1.2 seconds gap we've got now. Oh, our rear end sliding out there. We just need to keep the life in our tyres here, I think. We've got the pace to manage the race at the front. Always sounds really slow around there, where you're in that 6th gear. Onto the brakes for turn 10, and then flip it over to turn 11. That's a bit wide. Not going to be able to get the gas on as early. Up over the hill as you go down the hill. Come a bit wide through there, but that's alright. We should be able to get the power down. Kaito Taylor's half a second behind us. They've caught up with us slightly through this lap. Round the last corner. We're going to go very wide. We'll get on the acceleration nice and early as well. Power us out of that last corner up the straight. So we go past the paddock and across the line to start lap 3. Gavira's got the quickest lap of the race with a 2-minute flat. Suzuki's just beaten that late. Michelin tyres. Round the corner of turn 3. Nice on the acceleration out of that corner as well. That was good for us. Onto the brakes. Tip it into your left. Flip it over to the right for turn 5. This lap feels neat. It did until we go wide through there. Used a lot of front tyre, a lot of wear on the right hand side of our front tyre. That could cause us issues. We've got Darren Binder behind us. John McVie's back up to the podium position after whatever issue he had with Kaito Taylor overtaking him. Flop it back over to turn 11. Oh, I thought we were going to lose the back end there. We got onto the acceleration a little bit sharp. Into the back hairpin, turn 12. Oh, someone's crashed. It's not one of the top 8. Oh, I thought it was going to run onto the grass. Around the chicane. Oh, careful. Someone did crash then. 2 went down, I think. 8th place and 8th, or 9th and 8th place went down then, I think. Power out the last corner. Coming up past the paddock to start lap 4. Is it going to be a quickest lap of the race? It is. A 2:06. Are we going to hold on to that one? Looks like we are for now. Onto the brakes, round turn 1. Oh, get off the curb. Oh, Darrell Binder's had a bit of an issue. There must be a bit of a train somewhere, because Kaito Tabor's just gained 3 places. Darrell Binder's just lost 4. Onto the brakes, tip it in for turn 4, and then flick it back over for turn 5. We're going slower in this lap, I think. Oh, get off the curb. Oh, a bit of a wheelie then. That put us off a little bit. That was very slow through there. Trying to compensate for the lack of front end grip. Don't want to push it too hard. We certainly don't want to crash out of a first place position. Oh, that's going to give us a track limits warning. Not only that, but it's going to lose us more time. This hasn't been a very good lap from us. Well, I think the battling behind us in that train possibly is doing us a favour, because Kaito Tabor's not really catching up with us. Onto the brakes, hairpin of turn 12, nice long one. Easy on the acceleration out of here. Hard tyres looking good. Medium tyre, however, looking a little bit warm. Final corner of the penultimate lap. Round we go, onto the acceleration. Nicely done. We're going to pull away from them again outside of off of the final corner. To start our final lap, we are across the line. That was a slow lap from us, that one. Half a second off of our quickest lap. Okay, easy into the first corner. We've got very minimal grip level left on the right end of that front tyre. John McVee's back up to second, Darrell Binder in third, Tabor 4th, Mino 5th, Rodrigo 6th, Alcoba 7th, and Artigas 8th. That's your top 8 of the final lap. That could change, of course, all by the end of the lap. You know what Moto3 are like. Looks like John McVee holds it though for the Brits. Be nice to see. We go down the hill, onto the acceleration, through the quick turn 8, up to turn 9. John McVee still holding on to that second place. Down the little hill, into turn 10. Flick it over for turn 11. Then we go up over the hill and down the other side. Onto the brakes for turn 12, easy on that front end tyre. Nicely done through there. Oh, we're going to get a track limits warning for this. That was terrible through there. Obviously we gained a lot of time, but we did get 2 track limits warning. If this was real life, that would be, you'd be told to go back a place. Oh no, John McVee. Oh, he's got past Tabor. I was going to say John McVee just popped down to 4th there. Come on, John. He's made it back. Darrell Binder's now been knocked off the podium. This is going to be interesting to see who makes the podium. John McVee's been knocked off. Oh no. Did John make the podium? I'm not sure that he did. He did make the podium. Well done, John. Look at that.
Let's take a look at the graphic.
2075 for the top 3, or 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Carlos Tatai 19th, Nico Antonelli 23rd. What happened? 1 DNF. What happened to Niccolo Antonetti through that race? He even made it through to Q2. Anyway, we're 92 points in front of Pedro Acosta for the championship, so we're still leading the championship. We would be after another win. Our team is still leading the championship by 61 points.
This victory is the cherry on top of an
as we sit in Parc Ferme.
If his team keeps working like this, it will be really difficult for his opponents to
with our up-to-date sneak crash helmet, a little bit more matte colour rather than the shine that you get. Celebrate with your team. You're back on the top step of the podium. Okay, so we've got the team reputation, or our reputation, not necessarily the team's reputation. Got the credits for getting the first place. Development points for the weekend. We should have passed all of them. We did. That's good. Nearly 600 points for that. Nearly 300 points for that one. Next race, Catalunya. Another iconic circuit for the MotoGP calendar. So we've got our frame in the Saxon Ring. Just before Kimi Ring we got our engine, and then at Kimi Ring we've got the start of our the riders market. We go up to level 120% extreme AI difficulty. I wouldn't have said it's going to make that much change, but I could be wrong. I think we'll still do okay, if not comfortable. So like I say, Catalunya looks like it's going to be dry apart from free practice 2. So we're going to still get another good a good bit of a training in the old wet.
Welcome MotoGP fans, we are here at the Catalunya circuit, where another exciting weekend of racing is about to get underway. The atmosphere in pit lane is already really fired up. The first free practice is about to begin, and mechanics are performing their final checks on the bikes before the riders get out on track. Forecasts confirm what you can see for yourselves. The weather is excellent, and it's going to stay that way for the rest of the day.
Okay, thanks for that, Gav. We like the idea of without falling in 3 sessions. Yeah, we like the idea of a nice dry, beaming hot circuit. So first of all, as always, we've got to update our setup.
Engineers and mechanics approaching the rider.
So we change that bit. We change acceleration for progression to low.
Feedback on how the bike feels.
And ECU. Oh no, we'll do transaction as well. Let's do transaction. Let's change that for that and leave that at 5. Or should go 6? We'll go 6, I think. Go 6. Slippy clutch, that helps with the acceleration as well. That's the transmission that we use. We're now going to ECU and we go 1, 1 and 2. Obviously if it was qualifying we go for 3, but we're just going to do as many laps as we can. First time on this circuit in this game, so we're going to go hard and hard. Okay. So, save the setup. Lovely stuff. Let's get out on track and see how we can get on around Catalunya.
Bike is ready and the rider is about to get out on track. Let's see if he's looking to set a lap time or whether he's just testing out a change of setup.
Free practice went really well. We're still quick. We're up by 0.8 on free practice 3. A little bit cloudier than it was on free practice 1. Free practice 1 was boiling hot. Yeah, so we're still quick. Free practice 2 in the wet didn't go too badly. Our quickest lap is obviously still from free practice 1, sorry, I think that was. So 52.7 and a 52.3 is our fastest lap. Let's see how we can get on in qualifying.
We're back at the circuit for second qualifying. The first riders are about to get out on track and battle it out for the top grid positions.
Okay, Niccolo Antonetti and Carlos Tatai are in Q2, which is good. That's good for the team. Well done, guys. Let's hope they can both get a good result for qualifying. That'd be good. Let's go with our setup. Change the tyres because these are cooked. Soft front, medium rear. No, we're not going to go for it. Yeah, see, it tells you to go medium front, hard rear, but why would you do that if you're only going to go out for like 2 or 3 laps at a time? Okay, so fuel. Let's get extra fuel so we can run more of the map in 3. And here we go. So we've got provisional pole at the moment, a 151.9. We're 0.6 up. We're going to go for our last flying lap. We've got a bit of good track position with the two riders in front of us. We've got a target to aim for, so we'll see how we can get on. I would have said that a 151.9 will be okay, but I know we're capable of more, because during that lap we still made some mistakes. Tyres are pretty warm though, so that might hinder us a little bit, as we're up by 0.1, so I wouldn't have said so too much. I'm always a little bit better when I've got riders in front of me to aim for. And obviously John McVie and Suzuki in front of us. Oh no, we're going to go wide, that's not good. We're still up on time though by the looks of it. We'll get more power through that corner as well though. Onto the brakes, we've got fast riders in front of us, is where I was leading with that. Obviously the time is completely stopped, so this is our last lap regardless of how we get on, but we are still quicker. We'll go up the inside of John McVie. Oh dear, crashed. Oh, John McVie crashed. Sorry, John. That's unfortunate because he's out of the top 8. Let's hope he wasn't. Doing the quickest lap. We'll use the slipstreamer Taito Suzuki. Onto the brakes a little bit early there. That's unfortunate. That could cost me some time. It did. 0.040. That's a shame. We should be able to gain some time around this corner though. This is the corner where we made the mistake on the 151.9, and that was a much better line through there. And we've got the slipstreamer Suzuki as well. Can we get the inside of him onto this corner? No, we can't. Oh, I thought we were going to touch. We'll use the slipstream coming out of here though. Can we get round him? Yes we can. We didn't use the curb either. That should be a quicker lap. A 151.7. Nope, sorry, 151.8. Okay, so we did do a quicker lap. We didn't need it, but I knew we were capable of it, so I wanted to do it. As we go for the race.
Hello and welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. We'll be bringing you live coverage. A few more minutes to go now.
Okay, so we're here. Looks like it is going to be a really hot track. That was 51 degrees when I looked at that during Gavin's sort of pre-talking bit. Yeah, so it's going to be a hot one. Load our setup. Let's change our tyres. So it recommends a medium front and a hard rear, as we always do. But what about the ECU? What did we have that at? Do we have that at a 3? No, we don't. So let's change that to 3. Okay, we've got that. We've got that. There's us there on the podium. There's our development tests, not podium. Sorry, pole position. So, medium front, hard rear. Let's get this race underway. So we're obviously on podium. We've got Darrell Binder in second.
Just a few moments to go in the Catalan Grand Prix.
Here we go. Lights are on. As soon as the lights go out, we are a go. We're going to have a little bit of a wheelie. Going to have to let go of the acceleration slightly. We're still up. Oh no, we're not. I was going to say we're still in front, but now we're not. Masia, Toba have all gone past us. Coming into turn 1. Is that Pedro Acosta up the inside? Oh, we're going to hang it round. That was nicely done. Use the outside line knowing you're going to be in the inside for the next corner. We've got Toba and Masia. Can we get the power on them? We're still on power mapping 3. We're going to have to turn that down slightly. Onto the brakes. Can't get round them into the brakes. They're going to go wide though. We'll use the inside line and get the power on early. The advantage of using your traction, your transmission for acceleration purposes. Okay, we're in front. Let's see what we've got. See if we can manage it at the front. Obviously, our lap times have been a lot quicker than the CPU or AI. Turn 9, coming onto the back straight. Coming down, we're using the long corner, not the short corner. Oh, we're going to go very wide there. Should pick up a track limit warning for that one. As we use our rear tyre onto the green net. Round turn 11, hang it out wide and then bring it in. Nicely done. Unfortunately, John McVie is nowhere near 8th place after he crashed during qualifying of that last lap that we had. So we're going to go down the main straight. Start the lap 2. We're 0.3 in front of Tobo, who's behind us. Championship rivals are 3rd and 4th, which is good for us as a points gain. And it's better that 2nd in the championship is 4th, not 3rd. Keep on the acceleration ever so slightly around this corner. We've used a lot of front tyre in lap 1 already. Darren Binder's now gone past Acosta, so that's good. Onto the brakes for turn 5. Going to go slightly wide, but bring it back. Use the acceleration. Onto the brakes. Round turn 7, and then the back flip of turn 8. Up the hill, under the bridge for turn 9. Nicely done through there, coming onto the back straight as well. Onto the brakes. Can we not go wide and get a track limits warning for this one? No, we managed to pick it up. That was better. This is a good lap from us as well, I think. This seems to be a much back end sliding, a much better lap there. It was until that slide. Anyway, Macia's up to 2nd. Another 5 lapper. Okay, so we've got a good sort of 0.4 gap between us and 2nd place. As we put in a fastest lap of the race very briefly. Darrell Binder's just beaten that one. So it's up to Binder on a 151.12, I think that is, or a 151, sorry, 153.2. 0.3 of a second quicker than we were. We'd have had the slipstream though. We come out of turn 3. Onto the brakes for turn 4. Easy on the acceleration out of there. Very easy to skim the back end. Our right hand front tyre is very worn. Very warm compared to the left and the middle of the tyre. I think we might have a bit of an issue here with tyres. Might have been worth choosing the hard front. Out of turn 9. Down the back straight. 0.7 up on Macia now. Acosta's down to 7th, so that's great for us. Great news for the championship. Onto the brakes for turn 11. Hang it out wide. And then bring it in and pick up the late apex as we start to come downhill to a 12 and 13. The famous turn 13 of Catalunya. Lovely battle there between Rossi and Lorenzo back in the day. Oh, Macia's gapped Darren Binder there as well. So Macia's on the push. He's gained 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds. 0.02 of a second in that lap, even though we put in the quickest lap of the race with a 152.9. That was a good lap race pace for us, especially considering our front right hand side of the tyre. Easy round here. We're going to go a little wide than we normally do. Nicely onto the acceleration though, that was good, didn't get the rear end spinning up. Left hand side of the tyre's fine, so we're comfortable going into that corner. We've dropped Masia by a second now. Ooh, tipped it in a little bit early there. Round turn 9. And out of turn 9, nice and quick. Feels slow, but it isn't. We're gapping Masia, so it can't be. Pedro Acosta's not even in the top 8 now, so that is great for the championship. He's having a nightmare in this race. He's on the acceleration. Flick it over for turn 11. That's used a little bit too much front tyre as we liked. We'll add it sliding then. Down to turn 12. Keep the curb. And then pick up turn 13 as well. Onto the acceleration out of turn 13 onto the main straight as we go across the line. 152.6, another good lap for us. And the final lap of the race, we're 1.2 seconds in front of Masia in second, Daryl Binder third, Mino fourth, Toba fifth, Rodrigo sixth, Sergio Garcia seventh, and Tato Suzuki in eighth. Oh, someone's gone down. It's not one of the top 8, I don't think. Okay, so we go on to the brakes for turn 4. We have to be very gingerly on that right hand side tyre now, because it's got no grip whatsoever. The left hand side, however, isn't too bad. Maintain that gap at 1.2. On to the brakes for turn 7, and then flick it over for turn 8. Have to be easy into turn 9. It's a right-hander. Easy on the front end. Daryl Binder's going to pick up another podium by the looks of it. Oh, he's even gone past Masia. He's doing us a favour there. That's another 5 points. 4 points. Oh, the rear end slipping out there a little bit. Don't want that. Easy on the front end going around these last corners. We do not want to drop it here. We don't want to crash out of the first place. Round turn 12 for the last time. Coming down to turn 13 for the last time as we go round the corner and out. We've come out safely. We haven't dropped it on the front end. Proper wheelie. We're happy with that one. That was a good race for us.
Starting to fill
up. Masia got second place from Daryl Binder. That's a shame. John McVie made it up to 7th. Well done, John. Pedro Acosta finished in 14th. That's great for us. Carlos Tata and Nicolo Antonelli, our teammates, were 26th and 28th place. Come on, boys. You're not picking up any points down there. So Jura Masia now has popped up to 2nd. Pedro Acosta's dropped to 5th in the championship. And we are still first. Our team is still first anyway by 64 points.
Undoubtedly, it was a
as we get another win, we get to celebrate another win in Parc Fermé. Obviously, you don't have the podium with Moto3. I don't think you got it Moto2 either. It's just GP. Hopefully, that's something that they bring in with an update. That could be quite cool to get it with everything. Anyway, we get the reputation for the weekend. We get the credits for the weekend as well. We didn't pass all of our development points or development tests, which is a shame. Oh, we've got 8 search contracts with the factory rate teams. We do factory teams. We don't want to establish new teams. So what else have we got? We've got the SAG SAG team. Nice. We've got Speed Up Racing Aspar Team 2, which is also a Speed Up, and the Federal Oil Grassini team, okay, which is a Calax. So they're the teams that we're missing at the moment. Sky VR46 would be quite cool to ride for. We don't want to go for the Mark VDS team because that's probably one of the best teams on the grid. Mind you, so is VR46 team. I don't really know what team to sign for Moto2 yet. I haven't quite made my mind up. Pons, if we could get Pons, that could be quite interesting. I don't think I've ever gone with them. Petronas Sprinter Racing, we could do that. That'll open up a few doors for us for MotoGP. It's quite a well-known team, isn't it? We don't want to establish a new team. I don't like doing that. So, that is it. We are top of the championship. We got Sachsenring and Assen next for the next races, and our rider market opens at the Kimi Ring, which is the one after that. So yes, we should go to the Sachsenring, where we will get our frame upgrade, so then we can incorporate another frame upgrade, tyre consumption reduction. Yeah, go for that one, shall we? So we don't use as much of that front tyre as we did in the last one. So we've got 2 weeks left on our engine upgrade, and then we can develop the next node on our engine. So that is it, people. We will carry on with these videos in the next race, which will be Sachsenring. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video as it drops, and I shall see you all in the next video.